It's a new app that teaches kids to love science. Haley Tubbs is the face of Tappity, which teaches over 100 science topics with fun experiments, stories, and games. I absolutely love this. Good morning.
Good
Good to see you.
So good to see you.
You're actually local. You grew up here.
I did. I'm a St. Pete local.
All right, I love it. But now you're kind of the female. We were saying maybe Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yes, absolutely.
We needed a female to take on that role.
That's what I'm saying.
So how did you get involved with this? This is pretty cool.
Yeah, so I do a lot of children's educational programming.
Okay.
I work a lot in children's educational theater. And then I also, I was in the CAT program here, so I have a science background as well. And I also do a lot of improv and sketch comedy out in Los Angeles.
Okay.
So I was on an improv team with a guy named Russ, who was hired as a writer onto this app, and they were talking about who was going to host it, and he was like, well, I know this girl
that loves science, and that's really good on,
Exactly. I'm sort of everything all in one. This is sort of the manifestation of everything I've grown up learning about
this job.
Practicing.
I love it.
Since we started the app, I've also started teaching science at a STEM camp over the summer. So everything's sort of coming together into this perfect summary of it all.
So let's go ahead. Let's get to what you brought in here this morning.
Awesome.
This is like an example of what kids can find on the app. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So the app is completely interactive.
Okay.
So we were talking about Bill Nye the Science Guy. So imagine instead of just watching Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Or things on YouTube. I feel like that's all kids are doing these days is watching things on YouTube, but it's not interactive.
Exactly. So this way, instead of just watching the experiments happen, you can control them in real time. So for instance, when we did this experiment on the app, the main lesson that we're trying to teach here is the structural integrity of the shape of an egg.
Okay.
But then the kids got to decide how they learned that. So right now, the way that I am going to demonstrate this is by stacking as many books as I can on top of these
eggs, by the way, let's give a little setup here. They're on what, bottle caps?
Yes, so they're on bottle caps just to make sure they don't roll all over the place. But yeah, the lesson here is that strength comes from structure and material. And the material of eggs are not strong at all.
No, not at all.
People think they're very fragile, but the structure more than makes up for it. So,
you have like 20 books over there.
Oh, it's going to get crazy. So I'll start with a big flat one. And I'll just start stacking.
Oh my goodness, this makes me nervous, and it's just eggs.
And when we did this in the app, kids got to share their hypotheses with me. With me. I reacted to it as if I was there in real time.
That book when I was a kid.
I know. And then they got to decide whether we tested this by stacking books, by stacking barbells on top of the eggs, or some kids chose, and I actually did this, putting the weight of my entire body.
With your little egg included, by the way?
Well, see, now it'd be the weight of two people's bodies. But I wasn't pregnant at the time.
You're going to have your own science experiment here soon. You actually are due in just a couple of 2 months, right?
On May 5th, yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's more books you pulled out.
And it's still going. And these eggs are standing completely strong.
So again, kids could decide what you were going to stack on the apps. That's just one example of many of the different kind of experiments you're doing. Is this free? How can kids get involved? Where's the app?
Should I take this down?
Sure, I don't know. If you can, we're almost out of time, but yeah, we're showing the app there. Look at you. All right. So again, how can kids get involved?
So, you can go to tappityapp.com.
Okay.
It's available for all iOS devices.
So
phones,
Apple, Android,
tablets.
okay.
We're not on Android yet, but that's our next big goal.
Okay.
And the app is $6.25 a month, or we have over 20 stories that are available for free to try it out. We add new free content every week.
Okay.
And the great thing about it, like we were talking about earlier, is unlike other apps or unlike YouTube, we don't sell ad space.
Okay.
We don't allow.
So parents can be trusted that when their kids are on there, it's literally just that.
Yes, absolutely. There's no algorithms that link to inappropriate videos.
Okay.
So it's completely safe for kids. All the content is developed by children's writers and children's educators. It's 100% original.
And that is the goal, is to really educate and get kids excited about learning.
Exactly. And because it's interactive, it gives the opportunity for less zombie screen time and more participation.
Screen time. I love it.
So they're not zoning out watching something. They get to actively participate.
Is there science? We got to wrap up, but how long can these eggs hold up like this?
I mean, we can keep stacking things. It'll stay forever.
All right, I trust you. It's so good to see you. Keep us posted. We know it's got to be a lot of fun to be a part of this, and keep us posted when it's on Android too, okay?
I will, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Tappity, make sure you go to our website too so we can fill you in on how to get more information there as well.